Hello and welcome to my craft room. My name is Michelle Wells. I'm Stampin' Up demonstrator from Tasmania, Australia. Today I'm going to do a quick video showing how to create this card. I know this one is actually was the Rare Blessings stamp set, which is retired, and so is the DSP. So I've decided I'm going to recreate this card, and I'm thinking about doing that with a lot of the cards over the next few weeks. I'm going to recreate cards while I'm waiting for my order to come. So anyway, I'm going to get started and recreate this card using the Band Together bundle. So I'm using the stamp set and the dies, which are detailed bands dies. So we'll get started. I'll pop them over there. I've got everything here beside me. I've decided to use Just Jade, and I've decided to use this colour here because I like all those colours there. So, and these are out of the Forever Flowers for Every Season papers. So, and some gorgeous ones. You can tell I've been using these because I've already, so I popped them over there out of the way. So like I said, I've picked this piece here, and I'm going to use the Just Jade cardstock. So I will pop those over there out of the way because I need my trimmer. So I'll quickly cut this card down. So my cards, I normally I cut them at 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. So I'll cut that one down to 5.5, and I'll get rid of that piece. Pop him over there, and then I'll turn this one around, and I don't cut any off the length of it. So I just score that at 4 1/8, and that'll give me, get my score out. It'll give me my card base. So that's all I do. So my card ends up being 4 and actually I'll tell you what it is. It ends up being 4 1/4 by 5.5 when you've folded it in half. So I'm going to cut this piece down here, and this is going to be cut down to so 4 7/8. I will cut that one down. Actually, we'll go 4. We'll try 4. So I can always cut it down, but I'm not quite sure how big of a border. Yes, so I'll cut that down. So I'll cut that piece down at 4. That's 3 7/8. So it'll give me the 1/4 inch border all the way around then. So it should be where I want it. Yep. And then I'll cut this one at 5 1/4. So it gives me the 1/4 inch border all the way around. So, and I'll pop that piece aside. Don't ever get rid of your scraps, so because they always come in handy. And then I should have got that. So I have all these measurements on my blog later when I pop this video on. So hopefully you're still in view. So, but anyway, I'm going to cut this piece at I cut that down to a 1/4 again. So I'm going to cut that at might just cut that down at 3 3/4. Get rid of that piece, and I might cut that at 5 at 5. So, and that should be just a nice little piece to go on the inside there once I've torn it. So, but like I said, I'll have all the measurements on my blog later. So that's all my pieces there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Stamp. Actually, I might have a little piece here. I do have a scrap piece here for my. What I might do is I might work out what I'm going to have first with my sentiment, and then will show you what I've done there. So first up is I'm going to grab my stamp, and this is quite a big stamp, so you might not be able to get the whole lot onto. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. Hopefully my stamp fits onto. I should have got my bigger block. Actually, I'll see if it's right behind me. If it is, well, I'll be able to. Okay, I've got the really big block, so that'll be good. So what I'm going to do is going to use Memento black. And I'm just going to ink up this big flower. And I think this flower just goes in with the paper that I'm using. So I know he's going to he'll go over that page. But what I'm going to do is going to pop him on the side so I can measure where I want to have him. So I'm going to stamp it there. So I've got that piece stamped there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-ink up just the top part of this flower. And you'll see what I'm going to do. I'll pop that there. So I'm just going to pop that down on that blank piece. So I've got that piece there, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. So I'll pop that over there. I don't need that one anymore. So this piece here, I'm going to colour in these pieces here, and I'm going to use my my watercolour pencils, and I have got them all here. So I'm going to work out what I want to use. So I know I'm going to use I reckon I might use the garden green for my leaves. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down. I'm not going to be really too fussy. If you've seen my other videos, you've seen how I colour with the water pencils. So watercolour pencils. And all I'm doing is just going down the stem like in a, and then I'll grab my Wink of Stella, and then I just take the colour and take it down. I like a little bit of a shine, so I could have went with a bit more colour there, but you can go as dark as you want or as light as you want, but I'm just going very pale colour there. And I like using the watercolour pencils because you have more control of the colour, I think. So I love my blends, but I just love to use my pencils. So, and that just sort of gives it the natural. So I'll make sure I get rid of that bit. Pop the lid on that one. I don't need that one anymore. I'm not going to colour this one in because I'll show you why. So I'll pop that one away, and I'm thinking about going probably, what was that colour? It's Calypso Coral. Actually, I might do the flowers. No, I'll try the I'm gonna go Rich Razzleberry. Oh, sorry, I just hit the camera. And I'm gonna go Flirty Flamingo. So I'll pop them over there out of the way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go darker with the Flirty Flamingo. I'm just going to go around all these edges here. Actually, I might just see how I go. I might just use but I'm just randomly going around some of the areas there that I think I may want it. And I'm going to experiment here, and I'm going to take both my colours at the same time. So we'll just see how I go. I might be doing a bad thing here. Well, not a bad thing, but it might not turn out. So I'm just going to grab my Wink of Stella, and then I'm just going to blend all those and just see how those colours go in. Oh, and I told you I weren't going to colour that one. Oh, that's okay. I can just see how it turns out. So if I like it, well then I will. Okay. And I think I may have just went with the okay, so I'll leave that one aside, and I'll do the one that I was meant to be doing. So okay, so I know now I might just use the Flirty Flamingo, I think. So I'm just going to go around and do all the, not Flirty Flamingo, I'm going to do Rich Razzleberry. So, and I'm just going to go around all those flowers there. Might colour that one in the middle. So I'm just going around all the lines, just so I can grab some colour on all those leaves. So yeah, I always do the wrong one. So but anyway, so I hope you're all having a good day. And if you watch this back, you watch on YouTube when I pop this on, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get some subscribers so I can do some more on live YouTube videos. So I know I've got a fair way to go, but what I'm going to do now is just going to run that around with my Wink of Stella, and you'll just see all the colors in there pop, or the color pop, and you'll just see the darker one. So I could have done this with some different ones. I'm actually going to have a play with some watercolor pencils and see how I go. Watercolor pencils with the blend, sort of the blending. Oh look, I know what I'm trying to get out, but yeah, I'm going to do with the water. So the water coloring technique. So that sort of gives it that like bit of a look there. So then I forgot I should have done this one here. So I might do this one in Flirty Flamingo, so you can just see two different. All I'm going to do is going to go down there with that, down there. Just give that a bit of a colour there, a bit of a colour in there, a bit of a colour there, and I'm just going to grab my colour again and just go that with my Wink of Stella. So this is just going to be a very subtle pink. So I might squeeze a bit more out of that. I think this one's getting down to the end of its life, so I do have a new one, but I'm not going to try find that one in the chaos that I've got in my room at the moment. So I'll just have a look, see if it, yeah. So it's just a very subtle colour, and if you wanted to, you could go back in there a bit more. So, and put a bit more in there, and then grab your and just blend that around. So if you want, I might just pop a little bit more, just a bit more of that in there, just to get a bit more of a deeper color coming through there. So, and another tip is I've found that I normally do is with my empty Wink of Stella, if you put a bit of ink, a couple of drops of ink inside of here, it comes out really nice too. So I have got one that I've done, but I will show you how to do that in another quick tip video that I'm going to start up soon. So there you go. That's just giving that a little bit of I don't know if you can see, but I just only want just a touch of pink on there. So what I'm going to do now is with my die, actually, before I do that, I'm going to stamp a sentiment. I forgot about that. So I'm thinking about having, I might have, I don't know how big that one will be. So I might have wishing you a happy birthday or beautiful. No, I might have you're amazing. So I haven't used that one in a while. So I'm just going to grab my block and I'm just going to do that in Memento Black. So, and then I'm just going to stamp that. Doesn't matter if it's upside down because I'm going to cut it out with one of the dies. So I've got those there. I'll just quickly grab this die over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use one of these, just see how big this one is first. It might be just big enough. Yep, it will be. So I'll cut this one out. I've got my Big Shot right beside me. So I won't put it in the camera because I'll only wobble the table around too much, popping it right under the camera. So hopefully I don't wobble it too much this time. So I'm going to cut that one out. Amazing. So that one was there for that one. And this one I'm going to cut using the dies that so I'm going to use this one here. So that one there, I hope the sun's not in the way there. I've had a bit of sun today. So I'm just going to cut this out and if I can find which way it goes. I haven't used this one before, so it's all new. Oh, there you go, I've found it. So I'll cut this out and then I'll be back with you. So, and make sure I get that centered there. I'll be cutting out a flower going sideways. Sorry for the wobble. So, okay. So there's my flower there. So it's pretty good. So okay, I'm back. So I'm just hoping I might have to just go shut the curtains just a little bit to make sure that sun disappears. So hopefully it does. Okay. Hopefully it's not too, I didn't realise it'd be in the way. So alrighty, so I've got all my card here done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this piece here on. I've just lost my glue. Oh, there he is. I'm just going to pop this piece on. This DSP is gorgeous. So if you don't know what DSP is, it's Designer Series paper. So I'm just going to pop that onto the card and I'll pop that to where I want it. So, and then I am going to pop this one here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tear, I can't remember if I teared down or teared, no, so tear towards you. So I'm just doing a tearing technique and I'm just tearing like just a little strips, but I'm trying to get it all in one go. So and I never brought my dauber over but I might just leave this plain today. So what I'm doing is just tearing down each side down that way. Then I'm going to do the same on this side. So I'm just going to tear down this side. I was going to do this ahead of time, but I thought, no, I'll show you how I did this. And if you wanted to, you could go back. I'll see if I can go back the other way and just show you the difference between. So you can tear it either way. So that's just tearing away from you and that's tearing towards you. So it's completely up to you what you do. but that will just sit on top of there now. So what I'll do is before I glue that, I will grab, I'm going to use just, I thought I might just add a little bit of colour. So I haven't opened this one yet, and I don't know where my scissors are. So hopefully I'll try to, actually I might need to run them. I'll just run and grab my scissors. And this one is actually out of oh, I'm not really quite sure. I'll have to I'll have all the I'll have all the stuff that I've used. I can't remember what this one's out because it's one of the new ones. So, but all I'm using is, it's got a bit of a shimmer, and it's white and misty moonlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that around a couple of times. So I'll leave that at the back, and I'm just going to run that around there, and then I'll just cut that. And because I haven't got I'm going to work out where I want to have it, and I think I might have it just about there. So actually I've done it the wrong way, because it's got to be tied, doesn't it? So I'll go that way and around. Okay, get with it, Michelle. So I'll go that way back in, and then that way will come back in to the front. So hopefully there'll be enough to tie. So I'll go back down this way, and hopefully there'll be enough to tie. I've left myself enough to tie. So here goes nothing. So we'll just see if we can tie a little knot. If not, I'll have to cut some more. But I could always, we'll see how we go. Okay. No, I didn't leave myself enough. So what I might do is I might just go, instead of wasting this piece, I might just stick that there at the back, and then I'll stick that down with see if I can stick that down with some dimensionals. So I haven't got everything here that I needed today. So what I'm going to do is going to pop a dimensional there, because I'm going to be popping these up on dimensionals anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it in, and I'll just stick that there, and I'll stick that one there as well, so that'll keep hold of that. And then I'll pop another dimensional over the top of that to keep it down. So you don't need this many. If I would have had my tear tape over here, I would have been able to do that, but I mucked up on that other part and I didn't want to waste it. So all I'm going to do is pop some dimensionals around. You don't have to use this many, but because I didn't want to run away from the video, so all I'm doing is taking the backings off, and then I'm going to pop that onto the top of there, so that sort of get it to where you want it. And then I'm going to try to pop that onto as straight as I can. So I normally eyeball it up the top there, and that's that part there. So then all I'm going to do is I'll pop my sentiment down here. Actually, that's what I might do. Might just grab another little bit of that, and I'll pop that into there, and I'll tie a little knot in it, and And then cut that little bit off. And I'll tie that a bit tighter so it doesn't come away. And snip that little bit there off. And there you go, I've got my little bow there. Pop this up on dimensions as well. Get rid of my... Just going to pop 3 dimensionals on there. And then take the backings off that. And pop that down there. And then with this little flower, I'm just going to pop that on a couple of dimensionals. A couple. And then I'm just going to pop that, if I can get the dimensionals off. If I can pop that off, then I'm going to work out which way this goes so I can pop it up and give it the 3D effect. So there you go. So I thought, well, and I quite like that being very subtle, and so that is my quick card for today. I think it's a quick card anyway, so if you can see that. So but yeah, so give this technique a go, like tearing your paper. I quite like it. You could dress it up with a bit of bling and stuff, so I might even add some bling on. I haven't got any here with me at the moment, but I might pop a couple little gems there, and I'll take a photo and pop it on with at the start of the video. So but okie dokie, thanks very much for joining me, and I hope you like this little technique. And until next time, I'll have a new one for the next time I come on. But please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this, please give me the thumbs up. So but anyway, until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye.